We've talked extensively that chatgpt is going to change the world as a result of the use of artificial intelligence and all the data that we've collected over the years and how it's going to change. And so the question is, who's the winners and the losers? I think we know that one of the winners is going to be Microsoft, and probably Google will come out with a version of it, but also NVIDIA. They're going to need the chip power of NVIDIA to make that happen. Now, I want to get back into NVIDIA. I had sold it when I anticipated the down run, but now I need to buy in, and I need to find the right place to buy in, and I think I'll get it in the next week or two. And I want to show you why I think that and how I'm using my graphs to determine it.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
I said graph, but I meant to say chart, and this is my chart on NVIDIA. And as you can see, it had a nice run up from 2017 all the way up to November 29th of 2021, and then it went on a downtrend, and you can see that downtrend on this yellow line. Let's bring this in a little tighter, and you can see what I'm focusing on here. As you can see, it broke, started coming down, and then it crossed its 200-day average right as it broke this yellow line on January the 19th of 2023. And what I'm showing here is basically some charts showing or indicators showing the movement of and the momentum and strength of its price. And as you can see, it climbed very strong here, and then right here we have a bit of a downturn. And whenever we see this downturn, if we go back in history, we can see it signals a downturn in price. It's losing momentum. Here on the relative strength index, you can see it very clearly. The yellow line has broken down. It has come to 50. We know it's getting weak when it goes under 50. So I'm very anxious to see what it does Monday morning, this morning. And if it breaks, and then if it closes in a full candlestick, let me bring this even closer in. And if it closes a full candlestick below that 9-day moving average, the yellow line, that'll be a signal to buy, or that'll be a signal that it's going down. Where I'm looking for it to go down to is this gray line right there. That's the gap that it created between $150.10 and $151.41. That's where it gapped up. And what I think happened is the market started putting a lot of pressure on this down here, and then you can see right here on January the 6th, it took a good turn up, and then on the next day of trading, the Monday, on the 9th, it gapped up. So I'm looking for this to come down. I'm hoping I'll get all the way down to the 150. If I don't, more than likely what I'll do is I'll just start dollar costing averaging once we get a full candlestick below that 9-day moving average. And then I feel confident it will probably come down and follow the 50-day, that's the blue line, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So I'm hoping to buy at about 175, and then get a substantial position, and then buy into if it comes down to fill that gap at 150. Now, why do I believe this is a winner in the AI? I want to take you to a Seeking Alpha article that I read and share it with you. This is the article I wanted you to read in Seeking Alpha. NVIDIA ChatGPT is a growth catalyst. And what the author goes in and explains is the computing power and the processing power that is going to be needed to provide us with the back and forth ability of GPT. You ask a question, it gives an immediate answer. And what it has to do to give you that immediate answer is search data as quickly as possible and then throw it back at you. And then if you haven't used GPT, then what it offers you, ask me another question. And so it's seeking this, it's digging into this massive amount of data, and it needs computer power. It's called GPU strength. And because of NVIDIA's involvement in the gaming business, where reaction time is notedly very quick, they have the power to do that. They lead people in this. So Google and Microsoft and anybody who incorporates GPT is probably going to have to be going to NVIDIA to drive the chips. Now, he goes on to tell us that even though the stock is up, they had a bad fourth quarter. Their earnings were down. And their earnings per share were down, their volume was down, their margins were down, but yet he's saying AI is going to drive this. Now, I think the market's got ahead of on price with NVIDIA, and he believes it is as well. So read this article, come to an understanding, and then go with me, that'll be today, and see if NVIDIA doesn't close down a full candlestick below its 9-day moving average. And when that happens, then we want to be watching very, very closely. I'm hoping it'll come down to the 50-day, and at that point, I'll go probably 75% in, and then wait and see if it comes down to that 150 gap. I'm not real confident that'll happen. Although, if you would have asked me, could it go up 48% in 1 month? I'd say no, that isn't going to happen. So what do I know? But I want you to use these tools. I want you to have a charting tool. And that the best one that I have found on that is to use Trading Views, also a link in the description, and then Seeking Alpha to give you some understanding of what's happening and why it's happening. Okay, so that's my additional winner that I believe is going to be a part of the revolutionary change that artificial intelligence, and in particular ChatGPT, is going to provide us. I've experimented with it extensively. If you have ever thought you might want to write a book, go familiarize yourself with it. All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow.